Welcome to the Dan Sports Tips MLB preview show for today, the 7th of June. Yeah, look, it didn't work out last night. It was a case of close but no cigar. We're at 117 points profit now. We've sort of slipped back down over the last few days. The spread bets didn't work out. I mean, we were robbed of a run in New York. Certainly Cleveland could have had some in the Cleveland-Seattle game as well. I think they had runners at second and third. We've won out. That should have been a run. And obviously the Cleveland-Seattle game was the one that cost us big because, 3-1. Who knew? Not me. Anyway, there are a couple of spread bets today, and let's get straight into the show. We're going to look at Cleveland-Seattle again. We're going to look at the spreads on this game. Wade Miley has 10.64 first inning ERA, which has been boosted by his last three starts where he's allowed 2, 3 and 4 respectively, including the jackpot for us last time out against the Padres when we bought first innings and they scored 4 in the opening frame. Obviously it ain't going to happen every time, but the top of the Indians lineup, Santana, Kipnis, Lindor, Napoli, are all perfectly capable of putting the ball in play or in the seats, so I'm happy to buy again here. Cody Anderson on the other side of the matchup pitching for Cleveland. He has a 7.71 ERA in opposition as well in the first innings, and there are plenty of hitters headlined by Cano and Seager, particularly against a righty, and Nelson Cruz as well, who can put runs up in the first. So I'm going to buy Cleveland's first inning performance at 8, and I'm going to buy overall first inning performance at 17 in this game. The other game I'm looking at on the spreads is not up at the moment due to the pitching change, but Michael Pineda of the Yankees, he's got a 13.09 first inning ERA. And the wind is forecast to be blowing out in Yankee Stadium as well, while the Angels aren't a powerhouse at the plate, with Yunel Escobar leading up, the likes of Trout, Pujols, Calhoun all in behind to knock in runs. There's every chance of a decent number in that game. Keep an eye on Twitter. I'll let you know what I play once the number goes up in that game as well. I want to play in the Texas Rangers and the Houston Astros. Cole Hamels has had one bad start this year, getting hit for 5 earned runs in less than 5 innings against Pittsburgh a couple of starts ago for the Texas Rangers. Dallas Keuchel is recovering from an awful start to the season for Houston, but he has been smashed by Texas this year. He's got a 9.75 ERA across 2 starts, which granted is far higher than the 4 ERA over the 3 prior seasons against these Rangers, but still high for a former Cy Young Award winner. Both these teams can hit and have been playing well of late, but the Rangers have owned the Astros in this series. They've won 7 straight games overall coming into tonight, and they've won 11 straight games in this ballpark. So I'm going to play Texas on the run line, and I'm also going to buy a couple of runs as well and look for the Rangers to rake against Keuchel again. Arizona against the Tampa Bay Rays. Zach Greinke looks back to himself after struggling post-trade in the first few games on the hill for the Snakes. The Diamondbacks, as documented with no success so far on this show, do fare well against left-handed pitching in the main, and they get to face Matt Moore of the Rays today. Moore is not pitching at anything like an elite level. He's got a 5.46 ERA, and he comes into this matchup having allowed 4 runs in his last start to the terrible Minnesota Twins lineup. Moore is allowing approximately 1 home run every 5 innings this year, and that is it's a decent part for hitters today. So I'm also going to play a few home run and game win doubles. I'm going to play Arizona on the run line, but Yasmani Tomas to hit a home run and Arizona to win is 17-2, and Wellington Castillo, the catcher, to hit a home run and Arizona to win is 9-1. They both hit left-handed pitching really well according to the metrics, so we'll look to try and cash on those as well. The final game I want to look at today is the Milwaukee Brewers against the Oakland Athletics. Milwaukee have got 3 hitters that hit left-handers really well, namely Ryan Braun, Jonathan LaCroix, Domingo Santana. They get to face lefty Sean Manaea of Oakland today. The Brewers lineup has been hitting well in their recent series, and I'm going to look for them to punish Manaea here, who oddly has only started once on the road this season. Despite pitching in a pitcher's haven at the Coliseum in Oakland, he's compiled an ERA of 6.16 a year and averages a home run every 7 innings. Of course, his one road start does play into that. It was a disastrous 2.2 innings, 2 2/3, 8 earned run performance against Boston at Fenway. Now, Milwaukee are not Boston, but they can hit and they can punish the lefty. Zach Davies will pitch for Milwaukee. He was horrible at the start of the year, has steadily improved, and comes into this matchup off his best outing 8 shutout innings against St. Louis last time. This matchup in Hitters Park does feature plenty of power on both sides, so I will add a play on the over 8.5 because that does look low, just in case Davis doesn't have a good start and Oakland punish him. but we're in fairly deep. I'm going to play the Brewers -1.5, -3.5, -5.5, and I'm going to play Domingo Santana to hit a home run and the Brewers to win, Jonathan LaCroix to hit a home run and the Brewers to win, and over 8.5 total runs in the game. Those are the plays for today. Keep an eye on Twitter. There's a performance line, performance double at Paddy's that I'm waiting to appear, and there is obviously that spread bet as well. I'll post those on Twitter when they're done. Best of luck if you're having a play today. Play ball.